Tom Paxton. "I'm dying of thirst," cawed the crow in despair. He looked in a pitcher. Some water was there. He stuck in his beak for a drink, but, hullo, it seemed that the level of water was low. His beak couldn't reach it. His chances looked slim. But then an idea came leaping at him. He picked up a pebble, flew back in a flash. It dropped in the pitcher and fell with a splash. Again and again came the black-feathered flyer. Each pebble that fell brought the sweet water higher. At last, when the water was near to the brink, this quick-thinking bird took a well-deserved drink. So wisdom informs us in this little rhyme that little by little will work every time. How to Weigh an Elephant, retold by Francis Alexander. A Chinese emperor of the Wei Kingdom was presented an elephant by one of his subjects. He gave his ministers 3 days to tell him the weight of the elephant. If they could not tell him, they would lose their heads. The ministers had only small scales. How could they weigh such a large creature? They worked hard to find the answer. By the 3rd day, they were sure they would lose their heads. But Prince Chung, a young boy, declared that he could weigh the elephant. A great crowd gathered at the water's edge as the young prince had the elephant placed on a boat. The prince then swam around the boat, marking the water line with red paint. Then the elephant was removed and the boat filled with stones until it sank to the red water line. The boy weighed the stones one by one, added the weights together, and found the weight of the elephant. Thus Prince Chung saved the heads of the ministers and gained great favor with the Emperor of Wei. Bo Rabbit, Smart for True, retold by Priscilla Jaquith, illustrations by Ed Young. One morning at first day, Elephant was just lying down in his bed on the high hill when, "Wait, Elephant, wait," cries a voice under his right leg. Elephant holds his leg highest in the air. "Who's that?" "It's me." Bo Rabbit hops out. "Why don't you watch what you do, Elephant? You almost mash me." "You're too little," grumbles Elephant. "Nobody can see you." "Little? I'm not too little. You're too big. You're one big man, Elephant." He watches Elephant stretch out in his bed. "You're even more big lying down than standing up." "I know. I'm the biggest thing on earth, Bo Rabbit." "Elephant, you know one thing? If I wanted to, big as you are and little as I am, I could pull you right out your bed." "What kind of talk you talking, Rabbit? I'm up all night. I come here for catch some sleep, and you have to come botheration me about pull me out my bed. Go long and let me sleep." "Elephant, if I'm nigh you so your bigness scares me, I can't do it for true. But if you let me tie one rope to you and get back in the brush where I can't see you, I bet I can pull you right out your bed." "You couldn't move one of my ears, Rabbit." "But if I do, Elephant, if I do, you never say I'm too little then, isn't it so?" All right, go away now." Bo Rabbit takes his departure. He walks on and walks on, kaput, 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 through the brush and down the hill till he reaches the ocean shore. Far out in the blue he sees Whale swimming. "Hi there, Whale," he hollers. Whale spouts, "See, see, see," and leaps high to look towards shore. Then he swims close and pulls up with a great swish of his tail. Splashow! "Good morning, Bo Rabbit." Where you been, Whale? I ain't seen you in a long time. I been clean around the earth, Rabbit. Gracious, Whale, you sure do grow to be one big man. I know, I'm the biggest thing in the water, Rabbit. Whale, you know one thing? What, Bo Rabbit? Little as I am and big as you are, if I wanted to, I could pull you right out the salt. Whale laughs till he splutters. Shaploo, shaploo, shaploo. What kind of talk you talking, Rabbit? You couldn't move me in the ocean, let alone pull me out. You're too little. Oh, no, I'm not. If I'm there when you come out the water so your bigness scares me, I can't do it for true. But if you let me tie one rope to you so I can go back on the hill where I can't see you, I bet I can pull you right out the sea. You never call me too little then, isn't it so? All right, all right. I like to see that, Rabbit, I surely would. Bo Rabbit goes home and gets a long rope. Then he takes his foot in his hand and runs to Elephant's house. Elephant is in his bed asleep. Bo Rabbit yells, "Roll over, Elephant, roll over." Elephant stirs. Bo Rabbit slings the rope around him in one big loop. "Elephant," he hollers, "when you feel me pull, you pull hard as you can. Hear?" "All right." Elephant goes back to sleep. Bo Rabbit takes the other end of the rope and runs down the hill to the shore, where Whale is waiting. "Hey, Whale, come close as you can, will you? I like to tie this rope around you." Whale comes close, and Bo Rabbit ties the knot tight. "Whale, when you feel me pull, you pull hard as you can. Hear?" "All right, Rabbit." Bo Rabbit goes in the middle of the rope, and he takes it in all to his hands, and he pulls from all two ends one time. Hurrup, hurrup, hurrup. Elephant, asleep in his bed, doesn't have Bo Rabbit in the back part of his head, but Whale is waiting in the water for see what Bo Rabbit will do. When he feels Bo Rabbit make his pull, he gives a big jerk. Kaput! The first thing Elephant knows, he's jerked out his bed and goes some blessed down the hill. Flip, flip, flip. He can't get on his foot. When he does, he starts to pull. Hurrup, hurrup, hurrup. But all he can pull, he keeps going to the sea. Except he see two trees and brace himself against them. Whale would have pulled him clean into the sea and drowned him. But all Whale pull, hurrup, 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 he can't pull Elephant out of those trees. By and by, in the sun hot, Whale gets tired. He gives slack back on the rope, and Elephant takes that slack up the hill and pulls Whale clean out of the deep. Except Whale hold onto a rock in the salt, Elephant would have pulled him all the way to the high hill. But hard as Elephant pull, hurrup, 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 he can't pull Whale out of the sea. By and by, in the sun hot, Elephant gets tired. He gives back slack. Whale gives a jerk, kaput, and pulls till he's back in the deep. Bo Rabbit chuckles and takes out his pocket knife. Directly Whale gets tired and Elephant goes back on the hill, Bo Rabbit slips out and cuts the rope in the middle. Sa-zip, sa-zip, sa-zip. Then he grabs the end of the rope tied to Elephant and runs after him. "What you say now, Elephant?" he cries, dancing around him and waving the rope in the air. "What you say now? You're not in your bed, are you? I pulled you right out of it, didn't I? Didn't I?" Elephant looks at the rope in Bo Rabbit's hand. "How do you do it, Bo Rabbit? Little as you are and big as I am, how do you do it?" "I'm one able little man, Elephant, but I'm not too little, am I? Say I'm not too little, or I jerk you right over my head and throw you in the sea and drown you for sure, for true." "You're not too little," Elephant is hasty to say. "All right, you can go now." "So long, Bo Rabbit. Maybe I get some sleep at last." Elephant lumbers off to bed. Bo Rabbit runs downhill and picks up the end of the rope tied to Whale. Then he goes to the shore where Whale is waiting. What you say now, Whale, he cries, dancing up and down, waving the rope in the air. I pulled you clean out the deep, didn't I, didn't I? Whale spouts, see, zee, see, and looks at the rope in Bo Rabbit's hand. How do you do it, Bo Rabbit? Little as you are and big as I am, how do you do it? I'm one able little man, Whale, but I'm not too little, am I? Say I'm not too little, or I jerk you right over my head and throw you up on the high hill. You're not too little, Rabbit. Whale slaps the sea with his tail for emphasis. Spashow. If you're any bigger, you can move the earth and flood the world and nobody be safe. Oh no, you're not too little, Bo Rabbit. Not too little at all. No matter how little you are. If you're smart for true, you can best the biggest critter in the sea and the biggest critter on earth. It stands so. Thinking about it. 1. The Crow, Prince Chung, and Bo Rabbit are all smart for true. Prove it. How did each one show he was smart? 2. There's a lesson to be learned in each story. Which lesson makes the most sense to you? Tell why you think so. 3. Choose one of the characters and make up a new problem for that character to solve. Make sure the Crow, Prince Chung, or Bo Rabbit uses his wits to solve the problem.